It's 1 a.m. Exams tomorrow. You've been at your desk for 4 hours, and you've highlighted half the textbook and retained basically none of it. You think the problem is you, that you're just not a study person. But what if I told you the method is the problem, not you? Psychologist Robert Bjork at UCLA has spent decades studying how humans learn, and his conclusion: most students are using strategies that are the least effective for long-term learning. Most students, not struggling students, most. So here's what's actually going on inside your brain and how to fix it. Stay until the end because the third technique on this list is the one that separates average students from the ones who seem to just get it effortlessly. Part 1. The rereading lie. Let's talk about rereading and highlighting. They feel productive. They look like studying. But a landmark 2013 study published in Psychological Science in the Public Interest, led by researcher John Dunlosky at Kent State University, reviewed 10 of the most popular study techniques used by students. Rereading ranked near the bottom. Quote, "Rereading text is not an effective strategy for long-term retention." Here's why. Your brain has a flaw called the fluency illusion. When content looks familiar, when you've seen those words before, your brain shortcuts the process and whispers, "Already got it." But recognition is not memory. Psychologist Elizabeth Bjork calls this the illusion of knowing. You feel like you understand something because it's familiar, but you haven't actually encoded it into long-term memory. Think about it. You've probably heard Bohemian Rhapsody dozens of times. Can you write out every lyric right now? Familiarity isn't knowledge. All right, so rereading is out, but here's the part that's going to genuinely surprise you. The biggest threat to your focus isn't even in your notes. It's sitting 2 feet away from you. Part 2. Your phone is literally shrinking your brain power. In 2017, researchers at the University of Texas published a study. They gave students cognitive tests, but first they split them into groups. One group had phones on the desk, one had phones in their bag, one had phones in a different room entirely. The results were staggering. Students with phones in another room significantly outperformed those with phones on the desk, even though all phones were face down and silenced. They concluded the mere presence of one smartphone reduces available cognitive capacity. Your brain is burning mental energy just resisting the phone. It doesn't matter that you're not using it. William James, the father of modern psychology, wrote in 1890 that the art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. Your brain cannot overlook a device it's addicted to. It's not designed to. The fix is simple, uncomfortable, and works immediately. Put your phone in a different room, not on silent, not face down, a different room. Give it 20 minutes, you'll feel the fog lift. Part 3. The method that actually works. Here it is, the thing that changes everything. It's called active recall, and it's backed by some of the most replicated research in cognitive psychology. In a 2006 study published in Psychological Science, Henry Roediger III and Jeffrey Karbicki at Washington University found that students who tested themselves on material instead of rereading it retained 50% more information after 1 week. 50%! Roediger described this as the testing effect. The act of retrieving information strengthens the memory trace far more than passively reviewing it. Hermann Ebbinghaus, the 19th century psychologist who mapped the human forgetting curve, said it first. A 6 times reading needs much more time, yet is not better than 3 readings which are accompanied by attempts at recall. He figured this out in 1885. We're still ignoring it. Here's how you do it. 3 steps. Step 1. Read a section of your notes, then close them completely. Step 2. On a blank page, write down everything you can recall. Don't peek. The struggle is the point. Step 3. Open your notes, find the gaps. Those gaps are your syllabus now. Pair this with spaced repetition, revisiting material across multiple days instead of one cramming session, and you've built a study system that your brain is literally wired to respond to. Albert Einstein once said, Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. He wasn't being poetic, he was being precise. Your brain doesn't need more hours at a desk. It needs the right kind of effort, the kind that makes retrieval feel hard, keeps distractions out of reach, and stops you from mistaking familiarity for knowledge. You're not a bad student, you were just never handed the science. Now you have it. If this helped, share it with someone who's about to pull an all-nighter rereading the same notes. And subscribe for more science-backed study tips. What's your biggest study struggle? Let's figure this out together.